Welcome in, gang. Welcome in. It is a special Thursday businessman special edition of the big show. I'm A-Bomb, and the good news, Braves have a lead right now. Those have been few and far between for this series. But right now we're on the positive end of a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jays. And so this is the third game of a three-game series. Braves have lost the first two games, and that really sucks. I mean, we're not supposed to be losing to the Blue Jays, but this entire division is uh, a study in mediocrity. Every team is right at 500. So welcome in, guys. I see Fast Sports Simulations in. We've got Landon in. Everything's going pretty well today. I'm off work this week. And so it's Thursday afternoon. I realized there was a game on, and I was like, okay, then, let's see what we can do. I don't have anywhere to go right now. We're out of gasoline in this area. So all is good today. Right now we're in the bottom of the second inning. There are, well, we'll tell you exactly what's going on in this game as soon as we get the scoreboard up. There it is. There is one out, bottom of the second, and at bat right now is the Braves pitcher, Charlie Morton. I do not know how the Braves scored their 2 runs. I just tuned in. But we're going to hopefully have a little bit of fun this afternoon and bring home a Braves win. Usually we see Gibby right about this time. We'll see if he makes it in. You know, we don't normally do afternoon weekday games. And so we're back to the top of the order, and here's Acuna. And according to the scoreboard, he's 1 for 1 today. And that was a solo home run. So obviously he led off the Braves. He led off the bottom of the first inning with a home run. Way to go, Acuna. We'll definitely dive into the box score a little bit later on. But right now, it's an 0-2 count. Little bit upstairs. Looks like a great day to be at the ballpark. It's a little cool today. But nothing but sunshine. There's Gibby. Welcome in. Yeah, we're not looking too good in this series for sure. And there's strike three. It turns out that Acuna is down on strikes swinging, and that will take care of the Braves in the second inning. So, time for a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more right after this. All right, bear with me while I work on some audio issues. We're back. And now we're on the top of the third. Man, I started messing around with some settings on this stupid thing, and now, you know, it's OBS is not the most user-friendly thing. You gotta work a little bit to make it work. But thanks to Bone Crusher walking me through some of that. And we see that we've got Mexican for Golovkin in. Welcome in. Top of the third. And Bichette is leading off for the Blue Jays. I got to admit, I did not watch the game last night at all. I was out doing something. I was with a couple of friends who really aren't sports fans, and so I did not pay attention to the game last night. Looks like I didn't miss a whole hell of a lot. Pitch to Bichette is swung and a miss. Strike three, and that's the first out in the Braves' third. Five consecutive losses to the Blue Jays. That is no good. Gibby, you're right. That is inexcusable. We gotta win this one today. We gotta salvage this series. And so now it is Vlad Jr. We've heard some news about Soroka today that we were hoping not to hear. Apparently, he's got some Achilles issues going on, and they're going to have to perform exploratory surgery. Try to find out what's going on. They're saying it could be potentially some kind of career-threatening problem that he's got. I just read that article, or I skimmed over that article about an hour ago. It definitely deserves a little bit more of a deeper look than I had. I basically saw the headline and read the first paragraph. But there's definitely something up there. And the 2-2 pitch to Vlad Jr. is fouled away. There's one out.
Injured? It won't cost you a dime to call attorney John Foy and Associates right now.
Okay.
That's right. And there's never a fee
I don't care about
until John Foy
Foy
wins for you.
The call is...
Go away. Thank you. So it's a full count to Vlad Jr. Before we get out of here today, we'll get the full scoop on what's going on with Soroka. And meanwhile, Guerrero. And what a nice catch by Dansby. A little bit of an over the shoulder with his back towards the infield. That was a nice grab for out number 2. But we'll get the whole scoop on Soroka before we get out of here later today. And so let me get caught up on today's game. So the Braves scored 2 in the first inning. One of those was a solo job by Acuna. And then Adrianza had an RBI. And so now, up to bat for Toronto is Hernandez, the right fielder. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, and it is outside. I'm sure we've got plenty of other games going on this afternoon, so we will keep an eye on any important scores you need to know about. Phillies and Nationals are just underway. And there's a strike to Hernandez. It's 2-2 on him. So that Philadelphia and Washington game is the only other National League East game that is underway right now. And the Phillies already have runners on the corners and only one out. Thanks for the stat, Gibby. Acuna leads the majors with 12 bombs. There's a pop up. Hernandez flies out to second base, and that will do it for the Blue Jays in the third inning. So they are not able to push across any runs at all. And so hopefully the music works this time. Looks like we're good there. So we'll be right back with more Atlanta Braves baseball. This is A-Bomb on a Thursday afternoon. We are back. And so Freddie is leading us off here in the third inning. Let's see where his batting average stands. He's at 219, and he fouls away a pitch. Again, beautiful day at the ballpark, it looks like. And the weather's good out here in the suburbs as well. It is right now 65 and nothing but sunshine. Freddie grounds out to second base, and there's a first out of the third. Phillies pushed across a run. It's 1-0. Phillies over the Nats in the first inning. Here's Ozuna. Ozuna's batting 203. He needs to go on a heater so he can get that average up to a respectable number, like maybe say 250. Braves continue to struggle with the batting average. Ozuna takes high. And you wonder how long Acuna is going to stay in that leadoff position. Here's the 2-1 to Ozuna. The reason I say that is not because it's not working, but you'd like to see him up there in some RBI opportunities in the early innings, right? Like instead of leading off the game with a bomb, how about maybe the opportunity for a 2-run shot if he's batting, say, second or third? Third would seem to be the ideal spot. As Ozuna strikes out, and that brings up Ozzy, who is batting cleanup. But someday you would like to think about maybe seeing Acuna at that in the 3 hole instead of the 1 hole. So Ozzy Albies is up there, nobody on, and 2 outs in the Braves' third inning. He's 1 for 1. His average is at 236, 5 bombs, 16 RBIs. And this is a guy that's definitely in the mold of your traditional leadoff guy, Ozzy Albies. He's kind of a small guy. He's really fast. I know it's not like in the day way back when your leadoff guy was supposed to be a guy that had no power but could steal bases, walk, and beat out bunts. Those days are long gone, but still, Ozzy seems like he would be a good choice for leadoff. So it's 3-0 to Ozzy. And here is the pitch. He is green lit, and he swings and misses. Welcome in Burke's Vlogs. I've got the Braves winning this one today. And who is your pick to mix? If you said Acuna before the game started, that would have been a great choice. And the 3-1 pitch is in the dirt, and Ozzy Albies is on first after a 2-out walk. So, Gibby, are you out of gasoline in your area? I am, and I'm not willing to go wait in some line. I happen to be off this week. I took a week of vacation, just enjoying not working. Man, it's great. But then the stupid gasoline situation hit, and I'm already low, and so now I can't really go anywhere until the gas stations get refueled. And it's apparently this way all over Georgia. Somebody hacked some pipeline. I don't know the backstory really. But this has happened more times in my life than I would like. The inconvenience of gasoline running out. It seems like it happens once every 6 or 7 years. Well, Burks, yeah, man, anything we can do to get Freddie going. We're going to continue to look at this batting averages as we go along. And there was a pitch out. You never see that anymore, and the runner was not going. So the rare pitch out, and it just ends up being ball one. But Freddie's hitting 217, Ozuna 201, Ozzy 236, Dansby 211. I mean, that is difficult. That's like basically the meat of your order. Acuna just fine at 307. Adrianza in a part-time role is batting 298. And Austin Riley has been a little bit of a surprise on the good side. He's batting 289. Next pitch to Adrianza is a ball. In case you're wondering, I got the vaccine a couple of days ago. And there's a strike to Adrianza, and the count on him is 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on first base. I got the first of 2 shots on Tuesday. So in another 3 or 4 weeks, I'll go back for the second one and be done with it. I say this because now I feel like I can safely go to a Braves game at some point here soon. Man, I should have gone today. That would have been cool. I've been to 1 or 2 businessman specials at Truist. And if the game gets over on time at around 3, you might be able to get out and sort of, quote, beat the traffic. But if the game goes long and it gets out around 3:30 or 4, forget about it. Runner goes, and there is a foul ball. So the count is 3-2. So the runner will continue to get that running start now that there's 3-2 count and 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on a missed. That is strike 3, and that ends the Braves' 3rd inning. So a 2-out walk is about all we can muster up. And we now head into the 4th inning. The Braves up 2-1. All right, back, and we're in the top of the fourth inning. Good to see Bone Crusher make it. If it weren't for him, I would have had some audio problems that I'd still be working out. Always appreciate the technical support. So this is the last of 3 games between the Braves and the Jays. And then tomorrow the Braves head to Milwaukee. And it's a weekend series up there. Up there in Milwaukee, it's an 8-10 start tomorrow night. It's going to be Drew Smiley against Adrian Hauser.
Power.
And so here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. And it is Gurriel. He is the left fielder. He's leading off the top of the fourth. Check that. There's already one out. And he hits one over to short. And no problem for Dansby Swanson. 2 outs. He's been great with the bat and his pitching. He reminds you of that guy for the Anaheim Angels. Japanese guy. I like this. We're getting into an era now where every so often you're going to see a pitcher who is also equally good with the bat. But as Bone Crusher likes to point out, if we end up going with a designated hitter, that will all go by the wayside, and it won't matter worth a damn if you get that occasional pitcher who is a great hitter. All right, Gibby. So according to Gibby, Freeman is sitting at 249 right now. This would be a great day to go up to that nice round number and click over to 250. And there's a little pop-up into right field. No problem. So that will do it for the Braves. Check it. That will do it for the Jays in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the inning right now. Let's get a Doge rally going on. Doge sitting at 39 cents. Great buying opportunity for those who want to get in the game. Looking for that and more next. All right. Dansby Swanson is stepping in. Dansby will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. And as I mentioned earlier, he's not doing too good. Batting average for Dansby. First, the pitch is swung on and missed. Dansby is at 211. So it'll be Dansby, the catcher, Mathis, and then Christian Pache due up here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch to Dansby is a little bit low. And Burks is bringing some great knowledge in here. Um, yeah, we do have a young pitching staff, and we've been on a slow start. I cannot argue with either one of those things. And as mentioned, we need to make sure before we get out of here we understand exactly what's going on with Soroka. Let me try to pull that up right now. We know that Soroka is due for some exploratory surgery. Two words you never really want to hear. And the pitch to Dansby is high. The way this article goes, which is on ESPN.com, it talks about how his return to the rotation is in doubt now for this entire season. 2-2 to Dansby. That one's fouled away. So sometime next week, Soroka is going to have that exploratory surgery. It's going to happen in Green Bay, of all places. Green Bay, Wisconsin, not known as a huge medical community, but I'm sure that if a major leaguer is getting treatment, it's going to be top notch, whatever city it's in. So we'll know a little bit more next week. Dansby gets a hold of one. Is it going to stay fair or foul? It is foul. Had the distance, but foul. And so, now we're on hold until sometime next week. It doesn't say exactly what day he's going to have the surgery. It does say early next week. And so that means we're probably a good week away from really hearing anything. Hopefully they explore and can't find anything, or hopefully they explore and they find something they can repair. But it has to do with his Achilles. And there's another foul by Dansby. He's battling up there. It's 2-2 count. Soroka, 23 years old. And his return to the rotation this season is in doubt. We've got an update. Nationals and Phillies stand by for a game break. But first, the pitch to Dansby, and he fouls it away. It is still 2-2. It is now Washington 4, Philadelphia 1. Second inning from Washington. Braves head to Milwaukee after this game tonight. Meanwhile, the Brewers are taking on St. Louis up in Milwaukee today. That game starts in about 10 minutes. So Dansby's still up there. He has now had 8 pitches in this long at bat. And the 2-2. That one catches the corner. Dansby is down on strikes. He didn't like the call, but looked good to me. It was a great pitch. Great pitch by Stripling. And there is one down. So glad to have everybody along today. A nice day off, enjoying this week off, not wanting to go back next week. But let's not think about that right now. And it is now Mathis. I gotta be honest, I'm not familiar with Mathis, but he's catching for Atlanta today. Mathis is a 38-year-old. The pitch to him is a little bit high. How come I've never heard of this guy before? He's 38. He was born in Florida. And he is up at bat with a 1-1 count. That one's a little bit high. And the count is 2-1. Austin Riley is on deck. Hey, better than Tyler Flowers catching, right? Pitch is swung on and missed. And the count to Mathis is 2-2. I haven't even seen this guy catch yet, and you know already that he's better behind the plate than Flowers. 2-2 pitch. That is on the corner. Strike 3. Stripling, 2 strikeouts so far this inning. And that sends up Austin Riley with the bases clear and 2 outs. Yeah, you're right, Mexican Golovkin. Dansby Swanson is struggling. Trying to keep that batting average above 200. Yes, Sergeant Gibby. Tyler Flowers, he sure could frame the pitch. You know, maybe he could, maybe he couldn't, but man, he could not hold on to the baseball. The 1-0 pitch to Austin is fouled away. All right, so 1-1 count. Home run from Austin would be nice right here. Let's see if he can pull that off. Here is the pitch, and that is low and outside. Dogecoin, that is now at 38 cents and headed in the wrong direction. And here comes the 2-1 pitch to Austin Riley. It is outside. Riley, one of the Braves with a decent batting average, 289. So what a bummer about Mike Soroka. We'll hit on that one more time before we get out of here. This one is put in the air towards pretty deep center field, back to the warning track, and just shy of the wall. It's caught for out number 3. Austin Riley gave it a ride, however. But we're now done with 4 innings in Atlanta, and it is now kind of settled into a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Right now, it is the Braves 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks so much, Burks. Have a great afternoon, and we will see you next time. Right now, we head to the fifth inning. Braves holding on to a 2-1 advantage. Good crowd at the ballpark. Kind of wish I was there. Been a couple of years. Actually, the last Braves game I went to was that playoff game against the Cardinals where St. Louis scored 10 in the first inning in the playoffs. That was at the end of 2019. That's the last game I went to. And now it's McGuire. And it's the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up for Toronto in the fifth. Again, thanks so much, Burks. Appreciate your input there. That was great. Yeah, Mexican, that sucked. And that just so happened. That was the very first ever Braves playoff game that I had ever been to. But I'll be back at the ballpark within the next 30 days. Faulty. Thanks for the Faulty update. I'd forgotten about him. So he's with Texas now. Okay. Yeah, thank God he's not doing good. If he was doing good with some other team, that would be really difficult for me to take. There's a base hit in the right field for Toronto. That's McGuire. And that's how the top of the fifth gets underway with a single. Well, I agree with that, Mexican, but if we're going to have a quick inning, it's going to have to involve a double play because the leadoff man is on. So it is the number 9 batter up, and he's already showing bunt. This is a rare sight. Shows bunt, but takes it back. Oh, yeah, that's right. No DH today. Man, it's hard to get all that straight. Yes, pitchers are batting today. Ooh, 11 home runs given up by Fulte. And so it's now 1-1 on the pitcher, Stripling. He is up there trying to sack bunt. There is a called strike. It's 1-2. Don't do what? What do you not want Morton to do? And the pitch, that one is a successful bunt with 2 strikes, and the only play is to first where Stripling is thrown out on the sacrifice bunt. So job done. Runner now at second with 1 out. So Mexican, I'm afraid we're not going to have that fast inning. Okay, I hear you, Gibby. Yes, you are not allowed to blow this lead, Charlie. This will be pitch number 75 for him. And batter calls timeout and is granted timeout. The pitch to Simeon outside. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Nationals still up on the Phillies 4-1, second inning. And that is the only National League East action taking place right now. We do have the Marlins at Diamondbacks later on tonight. 1-1 pitch is low. St. Louis with a 1-0 lead over Milwaukee in the first inning. The pitch. This one is hit pretty well into left field, but caught on a line for out number 2. Runner must stay at second base. Detroit has a 4-0 lead over Kansas City in the third inning. And now with 2 outs, here comes Bichette. And as we say around here, Bichette happens. He's 0 for 2 today. 8 home runs on the season, 269 average, and 20 RBIs. Son of Dante Bichette. If you're old enough, you remember him being a Colorado Rockies player in the 90s. Time has been called, and we've got a mound meeting between Morton and Mathis. The M&M boys. Hawks get underway tonight at 7:30. Orlando comes to town. Yeah, Mexican. I think Dante Bichette was part of the Blake Street Bombers. And the pitch to Bichette swung on and missed. 0-1. There's 2 outs and a runner on second. The pitch, way outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. And now it is 1-2. All right, Morton. Let's take care of business right here. Comes the 1-2 pitch. This one is hit into right field. That is a hit that is going to tie this ball game. Dadgummit. Bichette drives in a run. It's 2-2 in the 5th inning. Well, damn. It ain't going to be easy. Why the hell are these apartment people out blowing today? The blowers are out in full force. There are no leaves around. I think it's just work for people to do, which, I'm not going to get in the way of a man's work. But damn, it's so annoying to hear leaf blowing going on when there's nothing to blow. Hopefully it doesn't bleed through into the stream too loud. And so we've got a runner on first now. Guerrero, otherwise known as Vlad Jr., is batting. He's 0 for 2. Runner on first, 2 down. Jays have tied it up here on a 2-out single from Bichette. And Vlad Jr., a little duck short into right field. That gets down for a hit. And now we've got runners on the corners with 2 out. Nobody's really blasting the ball here, but they're getting the hits where they need to fall in. Not a bad pitch. Vlad Jr. just happened to get it on the end of the bat and dinked and dunked it into right field for a little duck snort. Gibby, a loss is not an option today. We are not and cannot lose this game. We cannot get swept twice in a 3-week period by the Blue Jays. The 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled out of play. And it's Hernandez batting right now. He's 0 for 2. And Gibby, I still haven't heard your answer on the gasoline situation. Is it out where you are too, like around Cartersville? Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is going to get in for a base hit. Run scores, and the Blue Jays now have a 3-2 lead. Again, ball not hit hard, but it doesn't matter. It was in the right place. And that is some 2-out lightning for Toronto. Just out of the reach of Ozzie. If he had been maybe 6 inches taller, he would have caught that one. As it stands, Toronto up 3-2 in the top of the 5th. Still 2 outs. And runners on first and second. Here comes pitch number 90 for Morton. A little bit inside. Yes, sweep not acceptable. 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled away. Let's take a look at the National League East standings. First, a 2-1 pitch to Biggio. And that one's outside, and he's another bad one away from loading him up. So the Braves enter today's contest, or I should say the Braves enter today's play at 17-19, 3.5 games behind the Mets. It was just like a game or two as of a couple days ago. Now the gap is starting to widen just a little bit. And there's a foul ball. Biggio, it's a full count. So the Braves are in third place at 17-19. The Mets have won 7 straight and are sitting on top with an 18-13 record. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. And here comes Snit. And he has seen enough Man, Morton cannot get out of the fifth inning. I mean, you thought it was going to happen. You thought it was a possibility. Even Mexican said it. He was like, man, let's have a quick 1-2-3. It was not to be. And instead of a 1-2-3 inning, we now have the bases loaded, 2 outs, and the Jays up by 1. We'll be right back after the pitching change. It is Webb coming in for the Braves. In relief, he inherits a bases loaded 2 out. And who is batting for Toronto right now? I'll let you know in just a moment. Gurriel is the Toronto batter. He's 1 for 2. The human peanut came in and brought in Webb. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Fouled away quickly. 0-2. Maybe we can get out of this without further damage. Oh and 2 count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Webb in relief for Atlanta, and the pitch to Gurriel. Struck him out, swinging. So, what was that about Snit? Yeah, he made a great move right there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and quickly some relief action that worked this time. So let's head to the bottom of the inning. We'll be right back. Time to recapture the lead when we come back after this. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Braves are batting, and it is Webb. So he's batting for himself. He came out and got that key strikeout, and he happened to be due up first, so no pinch hitter. The pitch, that one's in there for strike three, so Webb is quickly retired on strikes. So there's an out. And back to top of the order with Acuna. Had a home run earlier. He leads the league with 12. And the pitch to Acuna is low. Braves do not have an off day until the 24th. Is that right? That's a long ways off. The 1-0 pitch. This one popped up in the infield. Who wants it? It's going to be the second baseman. Semien putting it away. There's two outs for the Braves in the bottom of the fifth. And so here's Freddie. What has Freddie done today, you ask? Freddie is 1 for 2 today. Average at 217. Freddie's in the last year of his contract. The pitch. This one is skied into shallow center. No problem at all. And there's your quick inning. There's your really quick 1-2-3 inning. Unfortunately, it was the Braves bats who went quickly 1-2-3. All right, so let's head now to the next inning. We're going to be headed to the sixth. Braves got to hold them right here and try to come back from the 3-2 deficit. We'll be back. Seven, 8, and 9 batters due up for Toronto. First pitch, lofted into medium depth right field, and Adrianza has it for the first out. Quickly, one down. So far, Webb has thrown 4 pitches, and he's got 2 outs to show for it. Webb works from the stretch, and here's the pitch. There's a foul ball, and it lands out of play. Crusher, I am sorry to hear about that. It has not been a good week for cryptos. But just like most things in life, it will come back and exceed the price paid for them, and everybody will go home happy. The 0-1 pitch to McGuire, and that one bounces up there. In case you're wondering, I'm now in the game. I've got some Dogecoin, a little bit of Bitcoin also. Excited to get in the game, and right now it's going the wrong way, but we know it'll turn around. I think it's pretty common consensus. The consensus, I should say, is that Dogecoin is expected to hit $1 later this year and then beyond. Maybe it'll be the next Bitcoin. The 1-2 pitch. This one is lofted again into right field. Adrianza, another chance and another put out. There's 2 outs now. Will Adrianza have a record held by many if he's able to make a 3rd put out this inning? Let's hope so. Wouldn't that be exciting? Let's root for another fly ball to right field. The pitch. Out of play. It's 0-1. Damn, speaking of pitchers that can hit, Ohtani has got 10 home runs right now. He is also a starting pitcher for the LA Angels. The 0-1 pitch should have been a strike, but it was called a ball. And Webb not happy with that. Don't let it get to your head. Just keep your composure. Come in and pitch really well. There is a fly ball to shallow center. And who was that? Acuna puts it away for out number 3. So Adrianza was not able to grab that record held by many. But it was still a good inning for the Braves. As the Jays go 1-2-3, we'll be back. More Braves baseball on the way next. Webb has done a great job. Got us out of a bases loaded jam and then a 1-2-3 inning. So he's perfect. We're now in the bottom of the sixth, and Ozuna leads off. He's another one hovering at 201 right now. And he looks at ball one. So it's going to be 3, 4, and 5 batters for Atlanta. Ozuna 0 for 2. And here's the pitch, and it's high. The pitch swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Check that count. It's 2-1 on Ozuna. And now a 2-1 pitch. Outside 3-1. This one is dumped into right field, and that's a base hit for Ozuna. That is a leadoff single. So here comes Adrianza, who is 1 for 2. He's got an RBI on the afternoon. And this guy, man, we're starting to say his name a good bit. And to be honest with you, I don't say his first name because I forget how you pronounce it. It's spelled Ehire. We'll call him Adrianza for now. And Adrianza was born in Venezuela. And he looks at a strike. So it's Ozzy Albies batting. Again, in the cleanup role. There's a runner on first base, nobody out, and an 0-1 pitch. Swings and misses, it's 0-2. There's a new pitcher for Toronto. His name is Meza. Here's the pitch. Swan, a can of corn. Ozzy Albies is going to be out number 1. He flies out to center field. So that brings up for the Braves, Adrianza himself. Pitch is low. I'm sorry, check that. Pitch is in there for a strike. Adrianza now at 292. Bounces up there. Good stop by the Toronto catcher, preventing a wild pitch. Chris Martin is now warming up for Atlanta. There's a pitch to Adrianza. It's in there. And the count is 1-2. The pitch. That's inside. Dansby is on deck. And then after him, Mathis. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Adrianza is retired, and there's 2 outs. What about the ump, Gibby? So let's see what Dansby can do. He's 0 for 2. His average is not up to par at 209. Strike 1 to Dansby. It's a beautiful day. We'll get your 3-day forecast coming up. And Dansby fouls one into the seats. And it's 0-2 on him. Here comes an 0-2 pitch to Dansby. That one's popped out of play. Tony Richmond is in. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Tony. Hope you are doing well this week. Another 0-2 pitch due to Dansby. And it's another foul ball. Ozuna on first. And the 0-2 pitch, that one is low. It's 1-2. I'll get you that forecast in just a moment. So another cool night tonight. Going to be partly cloudy. Overnight low of 49. The pitch to Dansby. This one, he gets a hold of, and that one is going to leave the ballpark. Dansby Swanson has just hit a 2-run home run and put the Braves back up. It is now Atlanta 4, Toronto 3. 2-out lightning has struck at Truist Park. Dansby Swanson, 2-run bomb. Just what the doctor ordered. And that interrupted my forecast. I'll take that any day. Now I got to go back and do that again. So low tonight, 49. Partly cloudy, no precipitation overnight. High Friday, 71. And high Saturday of 75 right now. It's 66 in Sewanee, 64 in Lawrenceville, and 67 here in Gwinnett County where I sit right off Interstate 85. And we now have Mathis batting. And the count on him after that foul ball is 1-2. All right, Tony, you're off work the next 5 days. I'm off next for the next like 3 days. I've been off all week. And we'll pick that conversation up in the next inning because Mathis just struck out to end the inning. But it was a good inning for the Braves. It was a Dansby Swanson 2-run, 2-out home run that puts us up 4-3 over the Blue Jays. We'll be right back with more Braves baseball. I'm A-Bomb. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Chris Martin has entered the ball game. Welcome back to Atlanta. And he will be facing the top of the order for Toronto in the top of the seventh. Braves up one after that 2-run Dansby Swanson home run that came with 2 outs. Nobody really saw that coming. And first pitch to Simeon is a strike. And that's how Martin starts off. Here is the pitch. And Tony, if I'm reading this right, Freddie is still in the 2-hole. It's Ozuna batting third today. And it's still Ozzie batting cleanup, which is a little bit odd. 0-2 pitch, bounces up there. The crowd, or I should say the paid attendance today at Truist Park, I just heard him say it was just over 21,000. Would have been a good day to go because that's a really good crowd. Like, if there's really truly only 21,000 there, that means less of a parking and traffic hassle when you leave there, theoretically. Oh, Tony, you know what? Freddie hasn't hit in the three hole in a while. I'm pretty sure the first week of the season he was batting like that. Um, but Snit changed that up somewhere around the middle of April. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Simeon. Fouled away. What I was saying earlier is that I don't understand why Acuna's not in the three hole. He's the perfect prototypical three guy, where meaning he gets to bat in the first inning of every game, and hopefully he's up there with a runner on base so that his home run will knock in a guy. The 2-2 pitch to Simeon. There's a strikeout. Good start from Chris Martin. And there's one down in the top of the seventh. And some people might say, well, don't mess with a good thing because Acuna's batting leadoff right now. Um, I might disagree with that because I think that we're getting cheated out of some RBIs uh, because of this arrangement. And I'm talking, again, specifically in the first inning. After you cycle through the lineup, it doesn't really matter who's batting where. And there's Bichette swinging and missing, and it's 0-1 to him with one out. So if it's up to me, I probably got Ozzy Albies batting first. Next pitch to Bichette is a ball. So let's say Ozzy batting leadoff. Let's say Freddie in the two hole works. Then you've got Acuna batting third. And then Ozuna would be your sensible cleanup guy. Right now, though, he's only batting 207, so that's a different argument altogether. And then let's say Dansby bats fifth, Riley sixth, and then your 7, 8, and 9 batters. Bichette gets a hold of one, but not as deep as the swing looked. Looked like it was going to be warning track at least. Instead, just an easy out, and there's two quick outs. And so here is Vlad Jr. with 2 outs. Nobody on base. And there's a ball. But if any of these guys can get going, imagine the kind of roll we'd be on. Seems like we're kind of treading water, and we're able to hang at 500 with these guys not batting worth a damn. But if a couple of them get hot at the same time, man, we're going to be unstoppable. So we got to just keep playing decent ball until then. And Vlad Jr. gets a hold of one. Again, looked like it was going to be, warning track or better. But again, it was another fly ball to Ozuna. So, 1, 2, 3, go the Jays. And we have now reached the 7th inning stretch in Atlanta. And we find ourselves up by a run. We'll be right back and hope for some insurance. next. All right then. It is Austin Riley leading us off in the bottom of the seventh inning. Braves up 4-3 on a Thursday afternoon. It is a business fans special, and we've got no gas in my area. And when I say my area, I mean like all of Metro Atlanta is out because of some stupid panic buying. Kind of the same, I think it's the same mechanism that was at play for the toilet paper shortage. And so, wow, already one out. I was talking and wasn't even paying attention. There's already one out, and I'm not sure who that was. But all the gas stations in the area are out. I drive so little that I only need to fill up maybe once every 2 weeks, right? About once every 2 weeks, I need to fill up. And I I'm at that 2 week point now, and I can't fill up right now. And if I had just filled up early a couple of days ago, I'd be good, man. A tank of gas can last me literally, it will last me 2 to 3 weeks. And there is one out now. And at bat for Atlanta is Camargo. He's pinch hitting. Thankfully, I don't really need to go anywhere today. I've got about 75 miles left, according to my dashboard calculator thing. It says I've got 75 miles. So I'm good. I can go to the store. I can do whatever. I can go. But I can't, like, go out of town. I can't go, like, to my mom's place, which is like a half hour drive. I can't go anywhere. um, until we get this situated. And the 5K, man, it snuck up on us. The 5K that I'm walking is Saturday, and if I'm not able to fill up by that time, then my buddy Gur's gonna have to come pick me up and drive me to Flowery Branch where the 5K is. Yeah, Tony, I hear that, man. It's been a long time since you could fill that tank up for $10. And, truthfully, when I started driving, um, and first the 2-2 pitch to Camargo, that one's put in play and grounded over to the second baseman. He throws him out, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. When I started driving, which was in 1986, it was under $1. It was like gasoline, 80 cents. I mean, you can look this stuff up easily on the internet, but it was somewhere around 60 to 70, maybe 80 cents, something like that. And of course, people that are in their 70s now, and Acuna grounds out over to third base. Check it. He does not ground out. He beats it, and then he comes up limping like a hammy. Now he's on the turf. He is lying on the Truist Park turf. Snicker is going out there to see what the hell is wrong. Obviously, the guy is in pain. And this is our franchise right there. So, what's wrong with him? Something's wrong with his leg. Is it a hammy? Is it his ankle? Now there's 8 people out there tending to him. And Acuna is on the Truist Park turf right now after beating out. And that's another conversation. It looks like this is going to be subject to review. He did not beat it out, but he hit the bag just a little bit awkward and started hopscotching all over the place and then decided to get on the ground. And that's where he is right now. He's being tended to. And in fact, he never touched the bag, so he was initially called safe. Now he's out. That's the least of our problems, though. And now we got to find out what this injury is all about. And so we're going to take a quick injury timeout. We're going to play the low mood music because we're not happy about this. We're going to see what's going on with Acuna, and we'll be right back to tell you. Right, so what's it going to be? How many games is he going to be out? What is the injury to begin with? But those are all good guesses. I mean, like Gibby says, a few games maybe. But you know what? The last time, just a few days ago, something happened with Acuna. I thought he was going to miss a few games, and he didn't miss anything. So these things are hard to gauge, but judging but from what we've seen, yes, I would say a week, a week maybe, a week to 10 days. Hopefully that's all that Acuna will miss as a result of this injury that we aren't sure what it is quite yet. So, live update, he is now walking off the field under his own power. So that's good. That's a little bit of good news. So, because of this, we've got all kinds of defensive changes. And so, by the way, that was also the end of the inning. Somehow, in all the excitement, I missed that somehow. And so, AJ Minter is your new Braves pitcher. We're in the top of the eighth inning. And the meat of their order is up 4, 5, and 6. I hear you, Tony. Let's hope for some good news, man. We do not need any bad news right now for this Braves team. We've already been stinking it up enough, and we do not want to miss Acuna for any time at all. And so, as soon as they break in with an update or a report on Acuna, I will tell you. And so it's a 2-0 count on Hernandez, and now it's a 3-0 count on Hernandez. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the eighth inning, and AJ Minter is the new Braves pitcher on this Businessman Special. Nice to be with you on a Thursday in the afternoon. Hope your week has been a good one. Mine has, because I've been off all week, and I haven't done a damn thing. And it's now 3-1 on Hernandez. Biggio is in the on deck circle. AJ Minter working deliberately. Here comes a 3-1 offering. There's ball 4. So that's how the Toronto Blue Jays lead off their half of the eighth. And it's a leadoff walk. We never ever want to see those. Seems like they always come around and score. And Gibby, when you say the MLB app is being dumb, what do you mean by that? So Braves head to Milwaukee for a weekend series. It all starts tomorrow at 8:10 Eastern. And we'll get you those starters in just a moment. First, it is the Blue Jays. Biggio in there with a runner on first. Nobody out. And an 0-1 pitch coming to Biggio. This one is going to go all the way to the wall. And we're going to have a tie game. Runner coming all the way around from first. And that is a RBI double. And it's 4-4. AJ Minter came in and got greeted rudely. Still nobody out, and now a runner on second in this tie game. And I own YouTube is obviously a Toronto fan. Good to have a Toronto fan in here. Um, yeah, so we're tied up right now. Biggio coming through. Again, if you're old enough, you remember his old man, Houston Astros star player, Craig Biggio. Sure, he is a proud papa after that big game-tying RBI for his boy. And so Minter remains in. Gurriel is the batter for Toronto, and here's the 0-1 pitch to him. Swings and misses. All right, we've got Australia in the house with us today. Welcome in, mates. Glad you could join us. Here comes an 0-2 pitch to Gurriel. Instead, Minter steps off the rubber. It is 2:52 local time. And here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is hit on the ground to short. Dansby gobbles it up and throws on to first. And now we have 2 outs in the inning. Runner advances to third base. And check that. I am so sorry. That was only out number 1. So that bites. So we're tied. There is a runner on third base and only 1 out. And Jonathan Davis is 1 for 3 and batting right now for Toronto. And the pitch is outside. We want a strikeout here or an infield pop-up. We do not want a fly ball. And the infield is all in, man. Infield is playing in. There's a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. And it is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jonathan Davis. That one is passed ball. I was about to say a passed ball, but we got it. We came up with it in time to prevent anybody from advancing. For a second there, it looked like it's about to get out of control. And Sergeant Gibby is reporting that Acuna has a left ankle injury. That's breaking news. Also breaking news is the gasoline situation in Metro Atlanta. We are out of gas, out of petrol. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one catches the corner. It's 2-2. So runner on third, 1 out, 2-2 count to Davis. We need a strikeout. And we got one. We got one. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. Davis is retired on strikes. Yes, I'm afraid we are out of gasoline at the moment. In fact, we've been out for 2 days now. Luckily, I have 75 miles of fuel to go before I'm out, but I can't really go anywhere other than just a quick trip to the store. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change. So That is the end of the afternoon for Minter. And we'll let you know who is coming in next for the Braves as soon as we come back. Luke Jackson is in. And the first pitch, grounded over to Dansby, and he throws him out, and Luke Jackson comes in and gets it done. But not before Toronto ties it up. So we now head to the bottom of the inning, and we'll be right back. It is Atlanta 4, Toronto 4. I'm A-Bomb. Glad you could join me this Thursday afternoon. If you don't have any gasoline, just stay right here, and we'll let you know if we hear anything new on that front. Right back. Got a new pitcher for Toronto. His name is Travis Bergen, and he will face Freddie. Here's Freddie. Leading off the bottom of the eighth, and he fouls one away. Let's see how Freddie is looking this afternoon. Freddie is 1 for 3, batting .215. Oh and 2 on Freddie. That is a great question, Mr. I Own YouTube. And first an 0-2 pitch to Freddie. That one is inside. A little chin music brushed him back, and it's 1 and 2. Um, yeah, I bought some Dogecoin earlier this week. For me, it's just a fun kind of, just a little fun side gamble. Um, the 1-2 pitch is foul back. As far as a true investment strategy, who knows, right? Yeah, it's probably not a textbook kind of um, security to own, uh, but it's kind of just a fun side bet for me. And the 1-2 pitch is foul back. Bone Crusher might have some different thoughts on it. But it's had a lot of growth this year, not this week. It's having a bad week. But there's always that opportunity to cash in big time. Here's the 1-2, fouled away. I bought some Dogecoin earlier this week, and it was 55 cents per. And here's the 1-2 to Freddie. This one is into center field on a line, however, and caught for out number 1. Hit it okay, but just another out for Freddie. So for me, not good so far. When I bought it at 55 cents, and then I bought some more when the price dropped to 45 cents. Obviously, I'm losing out on both of those right now, but I do expect it to come back. And I can hold on to this for years, and maybe it'll go up to like 50,000 like Bitcoin. And if it does that, then I can retire. And there is a ball to Ozuna. Ozuna's 1 for 3 today. Ozuna is batting .207. And there's a ball to him. We are still trying to dig around and find out exactly what happened to Acuna. We know that he injured his leg or ankle or foot. Next pitch to Ozuna. He checked his swing, says the first base ump. It is 3-0. Yeah, man, a lot of these cryptocurrencies can get swayed. The markets can really move just by a tweet. And there's ball 4. And so Ozuna leads off. No, check that. Ozuna is on first with 1 out. 1 out. Washington has extended the lead. It is now Nationals 5, Phillies 1 in the 7th inning. But yes, celebrities have the ability to move the meter on this stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It'll be even more fun when my money starts going up into the positive territory. And so here's Ozzy Albies. High fly ball, shallow left. No problem. Out number 2 in the bottom of the 8th. So last chance for the Braves in the 8th inning is going to be Adrianza. This dude has already just today played third base, right field, and center field. And he's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Make sure to drop us a like. If you're able to do that, subscribe if you can. We're on the march to 1,000. And of course, notification bell means you will get notified every time that I'm about to bust out with some content. This one is hit to center field. Adrianza is out number 3, however. As we now are done with 8 innings in Atlanta, we are all tied up at 4. So we got to hold them right here. We'll be right back with you. This is A-Bomb, and you're watching Braves Baseball. We are back. It is 10 minutes after 3 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. And we appreciate Bone Crusher toggling back and forth between a Zoom meeting and then this right here. And Crusher, if you can hear me, just let me know how the audio is. I'm sure you would have told me if it was not, if it was bad. Um, but just a quick AV if you're around. And so we're in the 9th inning now, and Will Smith is in the game. Pitcher for Atlanta. And he will face 9, 1, and 2 for Toronto. Starting with catcher Danny Jackson, who is pinch hitting, batting .095. There's strike 2 to him. And the return of the poo-poo slider. That's a Gibby original. I love that one. 1-1 pitch, swung on it, missed. 1-2. I was watching a couple of my live streams from 2019. Just kind of accidentally hit up on that a couple days ago, and Gibby was right there in 2019. He's been with us the whole time, and there's a base hit from that damn pinch hitter. The guy batting 095 starts off the ninth inning with a pinch hit single. Thanks, Crusher, on that. Mexican for Golovkin been with us a long time. And we hope our Australian friend here can hang with us too. And so now we've got runner on first, nobody out. And here is the leadoff man, Semien. And he fouls away the first pitch. Sunshine and 68 Fahrenheit. And here's the 0-1. Let's hope for a double play, Gibby. There's a strike. All right, we understand that there is a bet on this game. Yeah, Gibby, we do miss Mark Melancon. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is hit pretty well, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. And we're going to have runners on first and second with nobody out. Little duck snort. Man, barely hit that one. That's what's happening today, man. You know, you hate to make excuses, but we're just getting dinked and dunked to death. There's an old baseball expression, hit 'em where they ain't. So here's Bo Bichette. He's got 8 home runs on the year. A dangerous hitter. The pitch. This one is in right field for a base hit all the way to the damn wall. One is in. How many will score? 2 come in. It is 6-4. Damn. And it just got really quiet in Truist Park. Wouldn't you damn know it, man? Yeah, I think Gibby did call this one. He said that there was going to be a run given up by Will Smith. And so far, he's given up 2. It's 6-4. Nobody out. Runner on second. There is a grounder over to Dansby at short. He takes care of that. Runner holds at second. 1 out. Man, what a way to ruin an afternoon. Let's see who the Braves have coming up in the 9th. God, I can't remember who made the last out. It might be Dansby leading us off. Well, he has a home run today. Pickoff attempt at second base. Runner back safely. Hey, if you just want to bet, more power to you. Good for you, mate. Yeah, we don't want to we don't want to stop anybody from enjoying from winning. But yeah, all of Braves country is extremely disappointed right now. I mean, what a beautiful afternoon it's been. Game isn't over yet. We've seen crazier things happen, right? But we cannot let them score anymore. Here's the pitch. This one is hit softly to right field. That's going to fall in. And the runner at second had to hold up, so he only was able to advance to third base. So runners on the corners and one out. God, our bullpen sucks today. Again, another duck snore that was not hit hard, but just another lucky bounce. I mean, how many can you have? But what really sucks is that we're on the verge of having a season sweep at the hands of Toronto. Nobody would have thought that Toronto would go 6-0 against us this year. So here we go. Runners on the corners. No, check it. One out, and Biggio swings and misses. Yes, Peter Garrett. No, actually, I'm not related to him, but yes, I am familiar with Midnight Oil and Peter Garrett, and he is a politician. I thought I heard he was no longer in politics and that he was back um, doing the Midnight Oil thing. And here's the 0-1 pitch. It is outside. So 1-1 count on Biggio. Got to hold him right here. If we have any chance to win this game, there's a strike. And oh, yeah, let's not forget that there's some kind of mysterious injury right now to Acuna. He's out of the game. He did walk off the field under his own power. And we cannot afford to miss him. But we're probably going to have, just judging by the way everything looked, I would say him being out a week would not be a shocker. The 2-2 pitch, that one just missed. Braves have bullpen activity. It is Biddle warming up. Here comes the payoff pitch to Biggio. That one is hit hard into right field. It is off the base of the wall. One is in. It's 7-4. The Blue Jays came to town and said, not so fast. The hell is going on? It's 7-4. And we now have the Bell South Mobility, thankfully, call to the bullpen. Brian Snicker is out, and we'll be right back to let you know who's coming in. Don't forget to drop me a like, please, while you're here. And Biddle is the new pitcher for Atlanta. Jesse Biddle is on the bump. He comes into a runners on second and third situation and one out. And this one is foul tipped at the plate. It's 0-1. You know, as far as me being a Peter Garrett lookalike, we are both tall. And here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's inside. I think he's a lot taller than me. He's like a super tall guy. I'm going to go with 6'10" for Peter Garrett. And since I have been shaving my head lately, first the 0-1 pitch. This one is hit into deep center field, back to the warning track. He's got it. Runner tags at third and comes in to score. It's 8-4. 2 outs, and even their outs are productive ones. But as we all know, I've been shaving my head lately during the whole COVID thing. And so for a few days when I have zero hair, then yeah, I guess some people could possibly mistake us because there's something about bald guys. All bald guys look this. All white bald guys look like the same person. And this one gets away, and runner advances to third. Everything is going wrong. I think that was probably a pass ball. It looks like they got their signs crossed up. And so runner now on third base with 2 out. Gibby says, I'll see you when we put together a 2-game winning streak. And so here's the pitch. We'll take a generous strike call on that. That makes it 1-1. We've got 2 outs, runner on third, and already several runs in here in the top of the ninth. insurance for Toronto. There's a ball. So, do we have a rally in us in the bottom of the ninth? It might be a little too much to ask. We already had one unbelievable game on Saturday, and that was the one Bone Crusher, by the way, gave us an excellent call on. I went back and watched some of those late inning heroics from the Saturday game that Bone Crusher he did a live for that game. Great stuff. Too much to probably ask that we have another amazing comeback less than a week later. But I think I just missed an out. I think we're out of the ninth inning finally. So if you'll hang with me just a second, I'm going to be right back and we will rally the troops next. So the count is 3-2. So the runner will continue to get that running start now that there's 3-2 count and 2 outs. Last chance. Braves need 4 to send it to extra innings, 5 to walk off. And so Dansby leads off. He had a big 2-run home run earlier that gave the Braves the lead. That was his one hit for today. He's batting .215. And Romano is the pitcher for Toronto. And he starts the at bat off with a inside pitch. A little bit up and in on Dansby. It's 1-0. Well, hopefully we see Gibby really soon. If we do see him, it means that we have already put together a 2-game winning streak. And if you can hear me, man, you might want to fill up on gas. You said you still had some out your way. I have a hard time believing that with the way everything's going. Everything's supposed to get back to normal tomorrow. And the pitch to Dansby is low. And I just heard Chip Caray say no official word yet on Acuna and his injury situation. If you missed that, he came up lame after trying to run out an infield single. The 2-1 pitch, and at one point, he was on the Truist Park turf for a good 10 minutes. The gasoline situation is not bad across the entire USA, and there's a foul ball, but it is a problem in a region. The southeastern region is having some problems right now. There was a pipeline that got hacked. Not sure exactly what that means, but that's the story. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Dansby Swanson, and it's a foul ball. The problem is that the word got out that there might be some problems, so people being stupid decided that the solution was to have everybody fill up on gas. I didn't get the word until it was already a problem. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Dansby is out number one in the bottom of the ninth. Not looking good for the home team. We're down 8-4. And I'm not sure if Australia suffered a toilet paper or toilet tissue problem last year, but it was a similar problem. The mechanisms were the same. People started hearing there was going to be a shortage, so panic buying ensued, and the supply quickly was gone. Yes, the toilet this gasoline situation is very similar to the toilet paper shortage. And there is a ball. And it is the catcher, Mathis, batting. The pitch swung on and missed, 97 miles an hour. Mathis batting seventh in the order today. He's 0 for 3. And the pitch is right through there. That is strike three looking. And we are down to our final out. And Austin Riley is 0 for 2. He is the final hope. And this Toronto pitcher is annoying. He does a squat on the mound before every single pitch. Every single pitch. He gets down and squats. I am so glad he's not a Braves pitcher for that one reason alone. 98 on that called strike. It's 0-2 on 0-2 on Austin Riley. The 0-2 pitch. That is 99 miles an hour, called strike three. And the Braves have just been swept for the season. 6-0 on the season sweep is Toronto. So that really blows. And it was a 3-game sweep in Atlanta. And the final score from Truist Park, Toronto 8, Atlanta 4. And wow, I mean, what can you say? We just got swept. And we went 0-6 on the year against the Toronto freaking Blue Jays. And yes, thank you so much for joining us from Australia. Glad you could be with us. Appreciate you. Hugo, exactly. Shaking my head, man. What the hell? Um, so, to lose 6 in a row to Toronto and then just get swept at home is a bitter, bitter pill. Um, and man, our bullpen couldn't handle it today. We got up. Dansby Swanson hit a home run that put us up, and we could not hold the lead. And so we will, in fact, go over the scoring plays in this game. I'm A-Bomb. You're now in post-game coverage for the Braves. And here is your scoring summary brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And it was a pitcher's duel for a little while today. It was the Braves, though, getting off. They actually got off to a big start in the first inning, and I missed that. I was tinkering around with OBS, and I wasn't paying attention. So cheers, mate. Again, glad you could join us. Thank you so much. The Braves led off the bottom of the first inning with a home run. Ronald Acuna Jr. hit number 12, and it was not a cheap home run.
Injured? It
But
won't
rather,
cost you a dime to call attorney John Foy and Associates right now. That's right. And there's never
where
a
is
fee
that stupid audio
until John
coming
Foy wins for you.
The call is free.
John
the
Foy and
consultation is
Associates.
free, and you pay us nothing until we win for you.
Dr. No, how Galena looking up.
51, I think, something like that.
Dribbled toward third. Better hurry. Acuna fly.
So we're going to try that again. Love the ESPN box scores, but you got to deal with that stupid audio thing where the commercials just start playing and it defaults to audio being on. By the way, the Hawks are in action tonight. They will host the Orlando Magic at 7:30. The Hawks are on some kind of roll. The Braves are going in the opposite direction. So we mentioned how this one started off. Ronald Acuna Jr., a 442-foot home run to left field, and that put the Braves up immediately in the bottom of the first. And then before the inning was over, Adrianza had a single to right field. Freddie scored, and it made it 2-0 Atlanta. Then it was okay. I assume you guys can hear that. All right, we're going to try a scoring summary from somewhere else. Let's see if CBSSports.com can hook me up with what I'm looking for with minimal commercial interruption. So we talked about how Acuna hit the leadoff home run that made it 1-0 Braves. Then Adrianza had an RBI to make it 2-0 Braves. That was in the first inning alone. And then when Toronto came up in the second inning, Davis had an RBI single to center. Biggio scored, and that made it 2-1. The Jays were on the board, but the Braves still had the lead. And then the pitcher's duel part of the game took in effect, and there was no scoring at all until we got into the fifth inning. And that's when Charlie Morton started having problems. It started off with Bichette hitting a RBI single. That tied the game at 2. And then also in the 5th inning, Hernandez singled, and Bichette came around to score. And so by the time we were done with the 5th inning, it was Toronto 3, Atlanta 2. But then in the 6th inning, all of our fortunes turned around. That's when Dansby Swanson came up with 2 outs. Ozuna had walked, and Dansby hit a 2-run blast, and the Braves took the lead. That made it 4-3. That was in the 6th inning. It was still 4-3 until we got to the Toronto half of the 8th inning. That's when Biggio tied it up with a 2-out RBI double. And then everything unraveled in the 9th. It was tied going into the 9th inning, but then Bichette happened, and he doubled to deep right center, and that was a 2 RBI double, and it cleared the bases at the time. And then, same 9th inning, Biggio came up and hit an RBI double. That made it 7-4 Toronto. And finally, in the top of the 9th, Gurriel made an out, but it was a productive one and ended up being a sacrifice fly, and that scored Hernandez, and that made it 8-4 Toronto, and that's unfortunately how this one all ended up. So the Braves just got swept at the hands of Toronto. We lost all 6 games in the season series, and so that is the 3rd sweep of the year, twice by Toronto and once by the Phillies. Braves pick it right back up tomorrow as we head to Milwaukee for a weekend series against the Brewers. That game tomorrow night gets underway at 8:10. Before we get out, we will take a look at all of the scores around the league. And all of that is brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And we will start with all the games in action right now. And that includes the Nationals and the Phillies, who are in the 9th inning, and it looks like Washington is going to hang on and win this one right now in the 9th. It's the Nationals 5 and the Phillies 1, that one coming from D.C. It's Detroit and Kansas City in Detroit this afternoon. The Tigers are up 4-1 on the Royals. It is the 7th inning in Milwaukee. Right now there's a pitcher's duel going on there. It's Cardinals 1, Brewers nothing. In Chicago, the White Sox have a 2-1 lead on the Twins in the 5th inning. And then all other games a little bit later on tonight. We've got the Giants at Pirates. We've got the A's at Red Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays host the Yankees tonight. It's the Rangers at Houston in the Battle of Texas. And then the Reds and Rockies get underway at 8:40 tonight. And then the only other NL East action is happening tonight. That is where Miami and the Diamondbacks will be playing later on tonight. That is a 9:40 Eastern start from Arizona. And then the last game to get underway tonight, 10:10 Eastern, that is where the Cleveland Indians will play the Seattle Mariners. So, not good news from the ballpark today. The Braves lose to the Blue Jays. Final score, 8-4. I hope to see you again, coming really soon, whenever that might be. So make sure to hit the notification bell if you haven't done that yet. Then that way you know exactly when you're about to get a content blast from me. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining me this afternoon. Thanks to the Bone Crusher. Thanks to everybody in the dugout for all your support. I look forward to seeing you next time, whenever that is. Most likely one of those Milwaukee games, maybe tomorrow night. So, Good luck getting gasoline if you're in the metro area. If you're outside the metro, then this does not apply to you, and your day can continue as normal. Thanks so much, guys. We'll have an update on all of that breaking news and more Braves baseball next time. This is A-Bomb. Happy Thursday.